It's your boy Next Day Semantics. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all my supporters. Thank you for following me. Thank you for supporting me. Now I need you to like, share, and subscribe to this page. Also, follow my IG, Next Day Semantics. Follow my Facebook, Next Day Semantics. And again, like, share, and subscribe. Now, today, I'm here to vent. I'm not going to even flex or hold you up. I'm just here to vent. Toxic people, man. This video is definitely discussing toxic people. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here to coach you. I'm just here to share my experience on toxic individuals. I broke it up into 3 categories. Of course, there's more, but 3 categories that I've dealt with personally: toxic friendships, toxic relationships, toxic family members. Let's start with friendships, right? So, toxic friendships. My experience with toxic friendships, because I'm a nurturing individual and I like to motivate and inspire people. I like to see the best in people, the absolute best. And I always look for loyalty. But, you know, toxic friendships just sneak right under the rug and they make their way into your lives. Watch this. So, usually when you're in a toxic friendship, you're an enabler. What do you mean? So, you're that individual that's a good listener. You're always willing to give out advice, and you somewhat waste your time on these toxic people. What are you talking about? So, by my experience, I've had people call me. I'm talking about anytime some shit goes south, they call me. They vent, and they vent. And guess what I do? I listen, and I listen. Now, I'm the type of person that asks, would you like my advice? Would you like my opinion? Before I just out and spill something, because I have that respect for people. And they say, yes, go ahead. And here I am, motivating, encouraging. Hey, you can get through this. You can overcome that. You can rise above all of this. And then in return, when shit goes south for myself and I reach out to these same people, they change the subject once I start telling them what's going on. Hey, man, I'm going through this crisis, man. I don't know, should I let it go? Should I let it hinder me? Should I worry? What should I do? Well, I just got a new dog today. The fuck? I ain't talking. Now watch this. Some of y'all sitting there and you thinking like, man, how the hell would you even call this person a friend? Some people is hitting home because you're dealing with that same individual. Even your kinfolk sometimes tell you, man, those aren't your real friends. Some of y'all thinking in your head, well, I done been there, done that. I've eliminated all the toxic people in my life. I have a small circle. Okay, watch this. Some of y'all on Facebook right now. And you got these same individuals that just sit there and stalk your page. Me personally, I don't worry about a like or a comment. They just stalk your page. And these people go back to share your information with other people. You know this. Now, some of y'all be like, yeah, tell the world. Shit, I don't care. But those are toxic people. Why do I put that in the friendship category? Because you're friends on Facebook. You just overlook that part. You just be like, yo, people just follow me on Facebook. I don't know these people. No, you are friends on Facebook. Via social media, you are friends. You may not speak when you see each other in public, but this person has access to all your photos because you allow them to see how your life is going, what you post on social media. That's a toxic friendship. We overlook that part. My personal experience in that, right? I post a lot of gym videos. I'm not a guru. Some people inbox me all the time. Hey man, what you do for your workout? How do I get slim? How do I bulk up? Well, I just try to encourage and tell them what works for me. But, you got certain individuals that share my things to other people and say, "Oh, he think he the shit." Why he posting pictures with his shirt off? You don't need that. You don't need that. Block these people. Keep living your life. Other people, you enable people so much. Y'all go out to the club. Granted, you're not going out to the club now due to COVID-19. We get it. But when y'all used to go out to the club, you'll get right to the door. Matter of fact, let's backtrack. It was established a week in advance that y'all was going out to the club on Saturday night. Some of y'all have found a babysitter. Some of y'all don't have babies. You've established who's going to be the designated driver, who car we going in, what we pre-gaming at. You've established all of that. You knew it was payday, Friday. Established all of these things. You get to the door with your friend, and guess what? Your friend look at you and say, "I ain't got no money. I ain't get no cash out the ATM." Y'all just left the ATM 10, 15 minutes ago. But I done had too much to drink. I forgot to get money out. You being that friend, don't worry about it. I got you. Now the cost to get in was $20. You just paid $40. Watch this. You enable that person more because once y'all get in there, you want to buy you a drink. Guess what friend do? "Hey man, you'll spot me on this Hennessy?" "Oh, yeah, I got you." There go another $20. So you at 60 now. Now like I know. If you clubbing for real, that one drink ain't gonna be enough. Y'all turning up that night, you done probably had 4 more. So, that's $80. Let's just round it off. You paid 60 at the door. Well, you paid 60 plus the first 2 drinks. That's 20. Did I say that wrong? Oh, that's a blooper. You paid 40. Then you paid 20 for the next 2 drinks. Then you paid 40 more. So that's 60 plus 40. Where you sitting at? $100. Your intent was just to pay 20 for yourself and have 40 on the side just for you to turn up, but you done paid $100. Why? Because you enabled this person. Toxic friendship. You don't even see it. Watch this. I'll do you one better. What about when they borrow your clothes? Don't return them. Some people like, "Man, clothes, materialistic things." Oh, okay. Okay. Them same clothes you call materialistic that you done worked hard for, that you done paid your money for to go get. These individuals just look at it like, "Oh, that's my friend. I'll return them." Guess what? You ain't seen them clothes in like 3 years. You probably outgrown them. Probably can't even fit them no more. But the principle of it is that a true friend will return it how they found it. Watch this. That same person, I guarantee you, probably ain't never spotted you at the club. Probably the type to not even give you gas money. Probably the type when you call and you really need help, they really don't help you. What are you getting at, man? What are you talking about? Toxic friendships. My experience, how I got through that. I stepped back. I looked in the mirror. And I understood my worth. Am I really gonna sit here and deal with this? Really? Like for real. Am I really going to sit here and deal with this toxic individual? How are they helping me? How are they helping me become a better person? You ever heard the saying, like, if you're the smartest one in your circle, you probably need to find a different group of friends. Now, I can't tell you if you're smarter than your friend, don't hang around. That's not what I'm here for. I am here to just encourage you that if that friend isn't making you better or making life better for you or bringing some type of happiness or loyalty into your life, then 9 times out of 10, they're probably toxic and they're not really your friend. Let's hit the manipulation part, right? I've touched on it. The club situation, that's manipulation. Believe it or not, that's manipulation because you've enabled that person to understand that the next time they don't have money, you would take care of them. So sooner or later, it's just triggered in their mind that, hey, you know, John got me every time we go to the club. Why won't I just put this money back and save it for gas later? Now, granted, maybe they don't think about that. Maybe they're irresponsible and they just, they just drink too much and here you are babysitting for the night. Who knows? But for some of y'all, I'm really hitting home on this. Um, the next one I want to hit on is toxic relationships. Now, this one, whoo, boy. Facebook will expose a lot of toxic relationships. Lots of them. Lots of them. And some of us, we just sit back and we sit here and read this stuff and be like, oh, there go the tea. This person feeling salty about some. They got some they gotta express, get off their chest. But for me, my experience with a toxic relationship, it comes back to that word manipulation. Um, if you for real in a relationship, you want to build a future with a person and you looking long term, you want to give that person the world. Uh Sometimes things just go right over your head. What are you talking about? What in the world are you talking about? Just simple things. Like if you sit down and you just discuss future things with your significant other, meaning like, hey, I want to invest in this. Just having a financial budget, a financial plan. And then you got your significant other doing the complete opposite of what y'all discuss. What do you mean? The Amazon truck pulling up every week. They not helping you financially or just emotionally, right? When they break down, you're there to be that shoulder, that ear to listen, to motivate, to encourage them. But when you break down, they're not there to build you back up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Um, that's a toxic relationship. I'm not here to coach you. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just telling you my experience. That's a toxic relationship. Me personally, I would want someone to build me up mentally, emotionally, spiritually. A lot of y'all is hitting home. Some people sitting there like, man, where the fuck you find these people at? That shit don't exist in 2020. Well, if it didn't exist, then you're talking about yourself. Because clearly it exists if you have that self awareness, if you don't manipulate people, if you're willing to build people emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Now, let's just stay on the manipulation part, right? Uh, just by my experience, people will use your children against you. People will come up with lies and play the victim several times. I'm talking about several times, even when you got evidence showing that this person is lying and you show them, they would just stick to their story, right? They would just continuously say, hey, this happened when you know it didn't happen, right? That's just manipulation. Now, how I got myself out of that is that, I had a great support system. I had a very, very great support system. I want to shout out my godmother. She's probably looking at this video right now. She's right here. That's one love for real. Great support system. Now, one thing she shared with me was that you being taken advantage of, you being used. Sometimes, here we go, it goes right over our head because you have this significant other that you want to give the world to, and you don't even see what's right in front of you. They just manipulating you. She encouraged me to step back, see it for what it is, let go of the situation, reflect, heal, grow, and live. I'm going to say that again. Let go, reflect, heal, grow, and live. What are you talking about? Well, for me, I let go of the situation. You know, it's a broad term when we say, hey, it is what it is. Me personally, what I say is, I don't give a fuck. Now, let me elaborate on I don't give a fuck, meaning that I'm not going to put my energy into something that's so toxic that's causing me to stress and worry. That's my I don't give a fuck. So that was my way of letting go of the situation. Now, the second one is reflect. I reflect on the situation and how it happened. Now, during this reflection stage for me, you know, you got to hold yourself accountable. You allowed this shit to happen. Ain't nobody put a gun to your head and say, yeah, you finna be manipulated. This finna happen to you. No, man. That's not how it works. Hold yourself accountable. You sat there, even though you didn't know what was happening, you allowed it to happen. It's human nature. It's just what it is. Hold yourself accountable. Now, the next process is the heal. Some people still can't heal properly. Again, I'm not here to coach you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just here to share my story. Some people can't heal properly. What do you mean by that? Meaning, healing means you have to forgive the same person that manipulated you. How do you do that? Well, guess what? Every time when it pops up in your head, you got to tell yourself, okay, it happened. I'm holding myself accountable for it because I allowed it to happen, you know, and just move on. You don't need to sit there and say karma's a bitch. That person gonna get theirs, because guess what? That's that negative energy that you're allowing to flow out of your body, out of your mind, and you don't need that. This person is already toxic. No need for you to become a toxic person, because you're not gonna be able to build that next blessing coming into your life mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So that's how I healed. You know, I stepped back. I understood that, hey, this happened. I allowed it to happen. I hold myself accountable for it. This person, maybe they'll grow, they'll get beyond their ways, but that's just their typical ways. You know, if they come back with some more manipulation, guess what? I'm unbothered, because you know why? I've healed from it. That's just what it is. The next step is growth. Once you realize and have that self-awareness, once you let go, reflect, and heal, the growing process begins. This is the recovery stage. This is when you become more enlightened. Now, again, not here to coach you, not here to tell you what to do with your life, but this is my story. This is when you're able to grow, you're able to move forward with your life and just truly let go of the situation. And anytime this person try to come back into your life with this manipulation, with these narcissistic ways, you know how to handle it. You know, you're not sitting there worrying, trying to get your point across, dealing with these 15 page long text messages. It's just not how it works. You're unbothered. You've healed from it. You've forgiven yourself and that person, and you've moved forward with your life, which leads on to the final process that happened for me. Live. What do you mean by live? Well, some people are stuck. Stuck. What do you mean by stuck? Well, yeah, you didn't heal from it. You forgiven that person, and you forgiven yourself. But in the back of your mind, it's stuck in your head. So when that next person walks into your life, in the back of your head, you're like, man, let me look out for this. Let me see if this person gonna manipulate me. In reality, this person don't even have any of those intentions in mind. They're just viewing you how you once viewed your significant other. They just want to give you the world, but you're stuck. You're not living. You're not moving forward with your life. And that's a very important part, because if you're stuck on that situation, then you never truly grew from that situation. Am I reaching you? Maybe, maybe not. Some of y'all I'm hitting home. Some of y'all I'm really hitting home with this. Toxic relationships, man. That's a real thing. And it takes self-awareness to understand what you're in, how to get out of it. Not here to coach you, just here to share my story with you. The next one. Toxic family members. Why are you laughing at this? Because in my experience, a toxic family member for me is a closed-minded individual. What do you mean? Well, people that have simple-minded views. Now, again, I'm not here to coach you, just here to tell you my experience. But when I say simple-minded views, if you never been exposed to something and you don't have the experience on it, but you speak on it like you're a subject matter expert, then you're pretty closed-minded to that topic. You know, you can't just go on Facebook and see an article, not understanding the true resource of that article, and just run with it. Some of y'all I'm hitting home. Some of y'all like, man, what are you talking about? Well, watch this. So I have some family members, and I'm not talking about all y'all. I know some of y'all watching this video, but I got some family members that will post an article and just truly run with it. And when I click on it, you know, I'm seeing that it's not real. You know, send it to everybody in Messenger and Instagram, DM'd everybody, and it's not factual. Like, it's irrelevant. It's just something somebody done created just to start some mess. Now I got some very intelligent family members that's open-minded, that see it for what it is, that's really out there with the movement, trying to seek justice for everybody, not just Black Lives Matter, but, you know, justice for everybody. And I respect that. But I got other family members, you know, me personally, I call it, you know, this person is always the bearer of bad news. You know, I had to stop myself. You know, I used to, you know, I got an aunt and an uncle that I always called, man. When I was going through my situation with that toxic relationship, I always called them with that bullshit in their ear, man. This happened. Then when I stopped, let go, reflect, healed and grew and lived on with my life from it, I had to go back and apologize, man, because I was turning into that toxic family member, always calling them with some bullshit, not even asking them how their day going. You know, that's just fucked up. You know, now granted, they told me, you know, nephew, we love you. I'm always here for you. You know, if you need to vent, tell me about it. We'll talk about it. I'm here for you. You mine. I got that. But you don't want to be that toxic family member. Now, I'm not telling you to hold it in, don't talk to nobody. That's not what I'm saying. But you just don't want to always call people with bad news. But then again, don't call them and check on them and see how they doing, or how life been treating them. That's a whole nother topic. Let's stick to the toxic family members. So, closed-minded people. You grew up a certain way. You haven't been exposed to certain things. You never seen this group of people, and you have your own reviews. Absolutely fine. That is your right as an American. That is your right. But, how is this toxic? When you're dealing with a closed-minded person, that means everything that they try to focus on is not going to be open. They're not going to be open-minded to what's going on in the world or the situation or that individual. Watch this. Where I'm from, a lot of people are truly homophobic. A lot of Black people. Now, these same black people will say Black Lives Matter. Same black people grew up in the church where the person that played the keys, the piano, was probably gay, or the choir director was probably gay, but they had their own opinion about homophobic individuals, meaning it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing, it's the right way to feel. Again, it's your right as an American. But these same people kind of confuse me because I've heard them listen to Tank, Luther Vandross, Frank Ocean, all these people. Stay with me now. And some people be like, man, it's just good music. That don't make me gay. That don't make me homophobic. I get it. But I hear them say, man, that's gay. Or, watch this, you might come across a topic on Facebook. What if your son turns out this way? Whoa, that's a tough one because I've seen people say, no, I'll beat it out of him. What? What? Watch this. I take Dwayne Wade as an example. A lot of people have been going in on my boy Dwayne Wade. Me personally, man, Dwayne Wade is a great person. He represents us as a culture in a way because he's successful. He took care of his mother. He has a beautiful wife, beautiful family. This man won a national championship 3 times. This man dyes his hair to support his child. Me personally, that's a great father. That's a great father. He's expressing his way of expressing to his child is okay to be who you are is to support his child by dyeing his hair. Now watch this. This is what I mean by closed-minded individuals. Future dyed his dreads, and I see a lot of people dyeing their dreads. Stay with me. Chris Brown dyed his hair. And the influence was definitely there. A lot of people dyed their hair blonde or another color. Now when Dwayne Wade does it, I see a lot of people going in. Man, D-Wade need to get the hell up out of here, man. We had it wrong, shit. We was going in on Chris Bosh. It should have been D-Wade all these years. Why? You closed-minded. You don't understand what the hell you talking about. Kevin Gates did the same thing months before Dwayne Wade and nobody said nothing. I'll do you one better. We have a picture of Lil Wayne kissing Birdman on the lips. That's not even his biological father. But yet, come on, man. Close-minded people. I'm hitting home for a lot of y'all. Some of y'all like, man, I'm still not rocking with Dwayne Wade. That's okay. That's your right as an American. But we talking about toxic people, these toxic family members. Because me personally, I have them. I've seen the posts. Man, Dwayne Wade, he fucked up for doing it. Okay, cool. That's your right. But guess what? Block. Mute. Because that's toxic for your mind. Stay with me. So when you allow toxic people to, just come into your aura, your era, I call it your area, right? What do you mean by that? Into your life, okay? It really affects you. Believe it or not, you may think sometimes you're unbothered, but if you're dealing with this situation, then it's going to affect you heavily. Me personally, what I've been through, with my profession, I have to deal with a lot of toxic situations, and it's part of the job. It's part of the job. It comes with it. But at the end of the day, I know when I have to sit back and I have to refuel my body, I have to rest my mind and let go of it. Some of these situations that I've dealt with, You know, it's like me reliving the situation. But here's the thing, I truly see it as a blessing, because without me going through what I went through, having that exposure and that experience to the situation, I wouldn't be able to help the individual that's seeking guidance and mentorship from me. You see what I'm saying? Again, I'm not here to coach you. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just sharing my experience with you. Okay? So, one thing, how I've dealt with toxic people, I'm gonna focus back on to that first phrase, let go. And I've sincerely let go of the past. A lot of people don't want to admit it. A lot of people don't want to admit it. But sometimes you randomly have those thoughts. Those thoughts, it could be 10 years ago in high school. I'm showing my age. I graduated in 2009, so there you go. That's why I said 10 years. Or it could just be a high school moment. Damn, I should have did this. I wish I would have known this then. No, let go of the past. You hear this all the time. A lot of people say, no, I don't regret what happened in the past because I wouldn't be who I am today. Got it. It's easier said than done, but have you really let go of the past? For real. Straight up, have you let go of the past? I've come in contact with some people from previous years, 2011, 2012, and you know, they would approach me like I'm still that same person. I'm not. You're not. That was the older you. You've been through some shit to where you've grown or you've experienced it and you've learned your lesson. You're not the same person. Let go of the past. I encourage you to let go of the past. I can't tell you to, but I encourage you to, because it's just toxic. And why am I putting emphasis on letting go of the past? Because if you are stuck, you become that toxic person. What do you mean? Okay, let's just say a bad experience happened to you. You know, I've spoken with people that have been sexually assaulted, that domestic violence, a victim of domestic violence. I spoke to people that was the person doing the assaulting, but on either side, if you're stuck in the past, it's going to mess with you mentally, and it becomes toxic to your mind. And sooner or later, you'll become that toxic person, whether you see it or you don't. I'm not saying you'll be manipulating people. I'm not saying you'll be narcissistic, but what I'm saying is it becomes toxic, because I'm a strong believer in TBH, to be honest. And I'm a strong believer in TBT, not Throwback Thursday. Some of y'all young folk, no, I'm not talking about Throwback Thursday. Thoughts become things. I'll say it again. TBT, thoughts become things. What do you mean? What you think about becomes your reality. Some people believe it, some people don't. It's the energy that you put out that you get in return. And this toxic energy, if you're stuck in the past and you're really stuck on what happened, then you're just going to get that in return. You're going to see it for what it is, and you'll be like, why is all this stuff happening to me? Because you're stuck. Again, I'm not here to coach you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just here to share my experience. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope my story could somewhat enlighten you. And once again, 5 categories that help me: let go, reflect, heal, grow, and live. Once again, this is your boy, Next Day Semantics. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Follow me on IG, Next Day Semantics, and Facebook, Next Day Semantics. I'm out. Make sure y'all check the next video.